And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Thanks for joining us for our second half hour tonight. In the last 2 weeks, we've heard about two high-profile kidnappings. One man is accused of kidnapping a date he met in Houston on a dating app. Another's accused of kidnapping a 12-year-old from Del Rio, and it ended in Stafford, Texas, right here in the Houston area. Now, that led us to our guest tonight, Chow Nguyen, who is here to talk about it. Chow, it is National Stalking Awareness Month. But when you see so many cases like this, you know, kidnapping is like old school. We remember people used to do it for money, but now they do it for passion, and they do it for sex crimes.
I know.
So
it's so prolific. We're talking about online dating, whether the perpetrator met his victim online through a dating app, or whether the perpetrator in Del Rio met his victim through social media. The online perpetration of victims is here to stay, sadly.
One common denominator, social media, the internet.
Yeah, isn't that prolific? When you're dating, you're looking at 40 million users, right? And a lot of people are online dating. There's nothing wrong with it. But what goes wrong is when there's a predator who kidnaps you, and then all of a sudden you're victimized. Can you imagine the trauma that that woman endured as a result of being in someone's house, not having food or water, as she alleges, and then getting out barely alive, beaten up, bruised, and battered? And in the case of that child, and it was a child, a 12-year-old, was kidnapped from her home, taken to this area by a perpetrator she met online. Kids meet strangers online a lot, and 12 to 15, those ages are prime age for up to 500,000 perpetrators.
And that's why parents need to be more vigilant, monitoring what their children are doing. I don't give a damn about their privacy. Their privacy could end up with them dead. So you need to take that role as a parent.
You are the caretakers. Look, I have a 10 and 12-year-old daughters. I'm very, very mindful of them using online games like Roblox, watching TikTok. Who are they talking to? You can block them from having users and friends. You can check on their phones and their iPads to make sure that they're not being preyed upon by these 500,000 online predators looking for girls, primarily girls ages 12 to 15. And in the case of online dating, we hate to put the onus on the perpetrator, but we have to say, women, watch out. You've got to put a tracker on your phone, tell somebody you're going on an online date. Don't meet somebody, you know, at their house or go to their house on the first date. Do some background work. We can all go troll social media and figure out somebody who knows somebody and make sure that that person's okay, because 1 in 10 registered sex offenders is using online dating, and that's really scary.
And what's heartbreaking about the case involving the dating app here in Houston, where the guy is accused of kidnapping the girl, they met Christmas Eve. And so she didn't even get to spend Christmas with her family because she was held, according to law enforcement, hostage, kidnapped, and she was stuck there 4 or 5 days.
Look, we don't want to scare people from online dating. It's here to stay. A lot of people meet people, but they don't know when it's a stranger. And like you said, it's the holidays. It was a festive time. She wanted to go out and meet somebody. And unfortunately, that romance ended in terror. And we don't want that to happen to your viewers or to your viewers' children when it comes to online presence and kids and women and victims. So
I would advise people, if you can, and there are free websites and the Harris County website, if you can, if you're dating someone from an app, look up their background. Look up their background, see who they are. But there are some people who haven't done anything, and then you're their trigger. But at least know who you're dealing with. Look up their background.
It's so easy. Just go in social media. I mean, you can actually take someone's phone number and do a cross-reference and just go down that rabbit hole of figuring out who somebody is. I know, look, I've had a lot of girlfriends who have online dated. They go and stalk them on Facebook. I mean, the irony is, Stalking Awareness Month, but in a safe way, right? Really just to protect yourself, because kidnapping could be be the effects of stalking as well. You're stalking somebody and then you're going to take them against their will, because what we're talking about at the end of the day is abuse and violence, whether it be sexual violence or domestic violence. You're perpetrating children and women and taking them and coercing them and using them against their will and using your own power of control. And it's terrorizing. And look, as a trauma therapist, I see it a lot. A lot of survivors come in. The wounds and the nightmares, the flashback, the PTSD, those are things that will last a lifetime, and it affects entire communities.
All right, Cha Nguyen, thank you for joining us here on the, always good to see you here on the Factor Uncensored. Still